Welcome again to Beyond Cancer by David. I have the pleasure today to sit here with Attila. Attila is a personal trainer who I met before I got the cancer, but actually I had the tumor already. I just didn't know it. And Attila helped me wonderful to go through it. As I said before, the 4 key pillars for me were getting the right sleep, it was physical exercise, it was meditation, and it was the right nutrition. And Attila was absolutely important in finding a balance between these 4 pillars. And so I'm so happy that you're sitting here today, Attila, and you went through the journey with me as well, and you were an integral part. But I'll hand it over to you. What I just said, I mean, you're doing this professionally, you're helping a lot of people. What is your point of view around this?
Thanks for having me today. So absolutely, you are right with the 4 pillars of good health. All 4 things are very important to be in balance in the life. You had a very hard life period. First of all, without clear and strong mind, you can succeed. You cannot defeat the cancer. You would not sit here if you would not have it. And the other thing is, as you mentioned, the nutrition. We know very well nutrition can support our health or push us into the illness status. And I truly believe the cancer is not a genetic disease, it's a metabolic disease. So basically, with our eating habit, we can lead our body to a healthy way, or we can lead into the illness. And what I know, for instance, with the cancers, eating sugar, this is the fuel of the cancer. So basically, it's really important what we eat.
And let me just jump in there. I want to go back to one of the things you mentioned. We were training, and I was extremely weak because I was in the chemo. And what resonated with me was you said you had a colleague who also had a cancer, who stopped working out and basically stayed at home, and that person died. Yeah,
very soon.
And you said, David, that you go on and even though with the chemo and the pain, still come here and train, says this will help you so much. And you pushed me through that, and that was so important. And I learned out of that as well for the daily life. When life throws a challenge at you, you have to embrace it, you have to go and push through it. What would you give as a recommendation in terms of physical exercise? Do you have to adapt it or not, depending on your life situation?
The exercise, in my opinion, always must be settled for your physical or health stage. You know? And of course, you have to train differently when you are 100% healthy or when you are not. But as you mentioned, and you have to do it, keep on going. Because when you train, the training requires some concentration and from your side some effort. So you are willing to push your body into motion and not just sitting on the couch and for example, let the days go. Or even I have some certain health disease issues, like cancer, which is very serious, and okay, there is nothing to do. Why important to work out? Because when you move, you improve blood flow, and also exercise releases happy chemicals. So it's the key is happy chemicals. You feel better, endorphin, exactly. And also improve the willpower. So it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna defeat it because I'm stronger. I'm stronger mainly here. But if you're a strong person, you move your body, and as I mentioned, the exercise releases happy chemicals, and you feel better. Then that's the key.
Let me go back and draw on what you said before with the 4 hours. So you do the exercise, it can be in the morning, can be in the evening, where you said, I think 4 hours before we go to bed, we should stop eating.
I just got to learn a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, and I started to apply. And I can tell you, I feel the best ever in my life during this.
With 53?
Yeah, I'm 53. And why it was important? I mentioned keep 4 hours between your last meal and the bedtime, because what our body does overnight, regenerate. So, and it's one of the most important organ in the body is our brain, and the brain needs good blood flow. So when we eat, you understand the blood is in the stomach fighting with the food. The brain doesn't get enough oxygen, enough blood, enough oxygen, so can't be detoxified. Can be regenerated. And when people are eating too late, eating not good food, it can lead to Alzheimer's disease, dementia, decreased cognitive functions.
So. And we come back and see the importance of this whole symbiosis, of the whole temple. Everything has to be in a balance. It has to be, again, the physical exercise. It has to be the intake, the nutrition. It has to be the mind, what you can get through meditation or walk outside, and really getting enough sleep in that case.
And I also try to apply switch off the old electronic device at least 1 hour before I go to bed. And it's better to actually read something or just think about what I did today, what I'm gonna do tomorrow, what's my life goal, because your subconscious mind gonna work all night long about what you think that lasts before you fall in sleep.
Absolutely.
But to be healthy and to be fit mentally, physically, you need good sleep.
Of course. Absolutely.
No doubt.
And then once you get the good sleep and you have the nutrition, I mean, the physical exercise is just on top of it, and it has so many good facets and effects.
Yes, that's right. I'm telling this, people think, Attila, you tell because you are trained, this is your job, then... No, I'm trainer because this is my life. So I love to move my body. I feel great during the training, after training. Thank you very much. And sometimes even for me, very hard to push myself into a training because I'm also human. But then after I started, I start to feel better because I have a little bit higher level of adrenaline. Goes. End of training, endorphin. And I say, doesn't matter how is the weather, doesn't matter how is the day, I feel great. So then it leads me a kind of healthy life, healthy living.
And that brings me to another point. Often we don't feel like we want to train. It's easier to go and have lunch or dinner or do something else, rest. And it's with life situations and challenges the same as in the training. You have to go through it. You have to push yourself. The effects of it are so much better afterwards. You feel better. But one has to have this willpower that even if it rains outside, if it's cold, go and train. Attila, I have another question before we come to an end. When we met several years ago, what was your impression back then when you saw me in the gym?
So I approached you because I saw you regular in the gym. So I saw there's a strong-minded guy because he is coming to the gym regularly, but he was leading kind of autopilot mood because he was doing most of the time the same things. And I said, okay, this guy is strong because he is coming, but might I can help him to lead him to the better way of the fitness. And this was my thought. And then we started to train together. I was teaching you for different exercises and always a little bit step-by-step challenge yourself. And I guess it was quite helpful for you.
No, I think it was a blessing actually, because that is what, and I'm included in that, and that's what so many people do. They live on an autopilot. They do things, they go through the day, they work out, they walk around on an autopilot without being mindfully and purposefully. And in the physical exercise, you changed this, and it was a blessing because you suddenly changed a couple of things, how to do sports and physical exercise in a much more purposeful, mindful way. And then came the cancer, and it was actually, like so many things, a universe aligning, and that we adapted and the training to that. So I've never felt so well before as now, and that's also thanks to you. So Attila, we really thank you. Wonderful. What you've been doing and how you helped me, and I can only recommend everybody think about what are your pillars, but physical exercise definitely should be one of them. My friend, thank you very much. Thanks for the workout, thanks for the talk as well, and thanks for being part of my life as well.
You're welcome.
Crossed our paths.
And thanks for the invitation. I'm happy to see you again, and we continue the training.
Next week.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Very good.